Can you check out? Okay, here the ionic compound of sodium chloride is formed by when sodium is react with chlorine. Okay, but when sodium is react with chlorine, because in sodium there is atomic number is 11. Okay, in outermost cells, okay, in M cell there is a one electron. Okay, when sodium also that give that electron, okay, and acquiring positive charge. Okay, sodium also, because its octet is completed when it give the one electron to other. Okay, means the electronic configuration of sodium is 2 8, octet is completed. That's why he give the one electron to chlorine. Okay, one electron to chlorine. Okay, and acquiring the positive charge. Okay, what about the chlorine? Chlorine is non-metal. Okay, the electronic configuration is atomic number of the sodium is 17. The electronic configuration is 287. Okay, whether chlorine want to one electron to complete the octet, that's why he finding who give me a one electron. Okay, he stand in a market, please give me a one electron to complete the octet. Sodium also giving the one electron, offering to give the electron to chlorine. Okay, and chlorine also take that electron. Okay, chlorine also take up that electron donated by sodium and form chlorine negative charge, that is anion. Okay, sodium formation of the cation. Okay, and when they are combined, then the formation of the sodium chloride, that is the ionic compound. Okay, in a sodium there is the positive charge, in a chlorine there is a negative charge. Okay, the two opposite charged compounds, two opposite charged substance, they are attracting to each other because of the opposite charge. One also having the positive charge and other is negative charge. That's why sodium is attracting toward the chlorine, and chlorine also attracting toward the sodium. Okay, to complete the octet. Okay, whether the sodium also giving one electron, he completing his octet 2 8, that is the electronic configuration, and the chlorine want one electron to complete the octet. The electronic configuration before the taking 287. Okay, he take the electron and acquiring the negative charge 288, that is the chloride anion. The sodium also acquiring sodium cation. Okay, and when they are also forming the unit positive charge on sodium and unit negative charge on chlorine. Okay, okay, this gives us a chloride anion. So both these elements can have give and take relation between them as the follow. Okay, check it. Okay, and this is the reaction, like sodium also react with chlorine and then the formation of sodium chloride. Okay, sodium and chloride ions are being oppositely charged, attract each other and are held by a strong electrostatic force. Which is force? The strong electrostatic force of attraction to exit as a sodium chloride. It should be noted that sodium chloride does not exit as a molecule but aggregate of oppositely charged ions. Okay, it is not a molecule but aggregate of oppositely charged ions. Okay, like here the magnesium chloride, potassium chloride, and so on. Okay, magnesium chloride, same 282, that is the electronic configuration. When magnesium also donating two positive charge, donating two electrons and acquiring two positive charge, magnesium cation is formed. The two molecule of the chlorine also need a two electron to complete the octet. That's why it acquiring two negative charge chloride ion, means two unit negative charge here, to complete the formation of manner by the transferring of the electron from metal to a non-metal are known as a ionic compound. Okay, electrocovalent compound. Okay, you are clearly seen here, that is the ionic compound or electrovalent compound. When in examination the electrovalent compound is asked, you can write the ionic compound. Okay, and it is the subname. Okay, here the properties of ionic compound. Which are the properties of ionic compound? Okay, read 3.30. okay, here the melting point. Check out that all melting points and boiling point of the sodium chloride, lithium chloride, calcium chloride, okay, magnesium chloride, and so on. Here you may have observed the following general property for ionic compound. Okay, you must want to observe the properties of ionic compound, general properties of ionic compound, and that are the most important. Okay, in that the only 4 points: physical nature, melting and boiling point, solubility, and conduction of electricity. That are the most important points regarding the study. Means ionic compound. Firstly, ionic compound. Okay, here ionic compound, the compound form from the compound formed from cation and anion are called as ionic compound. Okay, or the electrostatic force of attraction between cation and anion, that is called ionic compound or ionic bond. The force of attraction between two oppositely charged, okay, that is the ionic compound. Okay, sufficient 2 or 3 definition. Here the physical nature. Okay, it is the ionic compound are crystalline nature. Okay, but what are the physical property of the ionic compounds? That are the most important. Okay, the ionic compound are a solid, we know, and are also somewhat hard. Okay, we know the salt because of the strong force of attraction between the positive and negative charge ions. This compound are generally brittle and break into pieces when we are applying the pressures. We know that whether we are applying the pressure on a salt Salt is in a very means a fine pieces, okay, a crystalline in nature, okay. We know the that things, the melting and boiling point we are observing in a table 3.4, okay. The melting and boiling point are high, okay. This is because of a considerable amount of energy is required to break the strong interionic attraction, okay. Means why the melting and boiling point is high, because of to break the inter ionic attraction. Why? Because one is a negative charged and other is positively charged and their attraction is more. We know, okay, when we are taking the two magnets, we know magnets, when their opposite poles, they are attract toward, okay, but the same poles, they are not attract to, they are repelled to each other, okay. That like that, here two opposite charge, okay, they are attract each other, that's why the melting and boiling point is high, okay. Solubility, okay. Solubility maximum, the electrovalent compound are generally soluble in what we know and insoluble in a solvent such as a kerosene, petrol, okay. Insoluble in kerosene, petrol, or organic solvent. Maximum, they are soluble in water but insoluble in organic solvent and kerosene, petrol, like that, okay. This is because unlike water, this is because unlike a water, a new attractive force cannot be established in this solid, okay. The ionic compound cannot conduct electricity, okay. Next point is conduct of electricity, the conduction of electricity through a solution involve the movement of a charged particle. A solution of a ionic compound in water contain ions while moved to the positive charge electrode. When electricity is passed through the solution, ionic compound in the solid state does not conduct electricity because movement of ion in a solid is not possible due to their rigid structure, but ionic compound conduct electricity in a molten state. This is possible in the molten state since the electrostatic force of attraction between the oppositely charged ion are overcome due to the heat. The ion move freely and conduct electricity, okay. Why they are conduct electricity? Because of the charge also freely move in water, okay. However, the fused state can be conduct the electricity as the content of the dissolved ions in water or in aqueous solution of the ionic compound conduct the electricity very fastly and freely. Ions also moving from positive to negative, negative to positive on a passing electric current through a solution, okay. This is possible because of uh, everyone know the, that is the three idiot movie, okay. Everyone have seen the movie, the Amir Khan's movie, that is the name of that movie is Three Idiot, okay. And there is one means when movies start, that time students also entering in the hostel, okay. and our hero, that is the Amir Khan, also enter in the hostel. And that time one critical situation means ragging is in the hostel, and the funny moment is there. Okay, the maximum senior students are also taking the ragging from juniors. Okay, and such type of a conditions front of the new students, they are following instruction by the seniors, but the hero also not follow the instruction. He entered in his room and locked the room. Okay, but that time the senior also lattering on the door. Okay, yes, and he also using the electricity. Okay, means salt water is a good electricity conductor. This is the standard physics. Salt water is good electricity conductor. This is standard physics, we know. And Amir Khan was applied. We are only studied, maximum students also only studied. Okay, but not applied. Okay, but in that movie the Amir Khan also applying the things. Okay, here means ionic compounds are very helpful. When ionic solutions are there, we are also easily conduct the electricity. Okay, means he getting a shock, the senior also getting a shock. Why? Because of the salt water is good electricity conductor. Bye bye, today we are stop here. We are in this period we are discuss about the ionic compounds. Okay, and the property of the ionic compounds, the reaction between metals and non-metals. In the ionic compound, the most important properties are the state, physical state of the ionic compound. Okay, solubility, conduction of electricity, melting and boiling point, and so on. Okay, uh, everyone must want to like the video, share the video. Okay, now we are stop here.